Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be discovering the power in possibilities. Life, as you know, many have described it to be a journey. But what kind of a journey it will be primarily depends on two things. First is what kind of resources are available to you or you are given when you are born. And second is what is it that you make of those resources as you start to grow into an adult and then a working professional and become a full-fledged human being contributing to society. But in this journey of life, there are many possibilities. There are many ways to live. There are multiple ways one can approach life. And there is also many challenges which are unforeseen in the path of life. Sometimes the problems that emerge in our lives are simple, and therefore with the necessary resources that we have at our disposal, we may be able to solve it. Sometimes the crisis that comes about our way is completely devastating our life. It puts us down, and since it is unexpected, we find that we may not be completely equipped and resourceful to address the crisis fully and to be able to come out of it unscathed. Therefore, it's worthy considering and learning about the power of possibilities in life. The principles apply both in our personal life as well as in our business life. No matter what we are trying to achieve, we must access the power in possibilities. So, how do we begin? Which is the first step? The most fundamental aspect to live life in an open way and to be free is to be like a parachute. You know, a parachute only works to save your life if it opens as you drop from the sky. You have a free fall, and only if the parachute opens successfully can you land safely on the ground. So, similarly, only if you keep an open mind, only if we keep an open mind to all possibilities, we will be able to consider and reflect and see clearly what are the options that is available to us in every single situation that we may be faced with in life or in business, whatever problems we want to solve with regards to, let's say, product development, quality issues, human and talent related challenges, whatever it may be. You need to be able to delve into building scenarios, into thinking of how you could solve the issue at hand and come up with multiple creative ideas. So the first requirement is to have an open mind, which means that you do not start by making an assumption of a certain probable solution. You do not start by being conditioned to only one particular way or a limited perspective of what you're coming with in order to solve the problem. So you have to be able to unlearn and then come with a blank memory, if you will, in order to consider with an open mind any possibility that may emerge. This is fundamental and key. Though it is a simple message, It is a powerful message, but not an easy one to implement, because there is a whole host of conditioning that is working on our conscious and subconscious mind, which prevents us from seeing things clearly. Therefore, let us begin by considering and asking the question, am I open? And if the answer is not very confident, then you must calm yourself, take a while to come down to a scenario or come down to a situation or a stage or a state of mind where you are willing to consider other possibilities without strong bias and opinion. So this is the first aspect. The second is what we spoke about in the previous sessions, the ability to see clearly, the ability to see openly, the ability to perceive everything that is happening around us, observe and learn. And only way to observe and learn is if we have an open mind, so that we can bring in as much as possible from the external surroundings, as well as being aware of our internal environment, because both are interacting and affecting each other, and our ability to zoom in to understand deeply minute aspects, as well as zoom out to see the big picture, and to be effortlessly doing this while we are seeing clearly. So this is the second step, seeing clearly, observing. Third is we have 2 ears and 2 eyes and 1 mouth. Therefore, we need to be able to listen deeply, listen to understand, and listen twice as much as we speak. And listen carefully. Listen to what? Listen to yourself first. What is the chatter and noise coming up from within? And also learn to listen to what others are saying. And try to derive the meaning from what others are giving you, from their talk, from their speech, in an unbiased way. Take it for what it is, without being judgmental, without adding the conditioning that you are coming with and preconceived notions that you are coming with in a particular process. So listen openly and listen clearly and listen to understand and listen twice as much as you speak. And today the advantage is, with recorded video sessions, you can listen again and again until you are able to derive wholesome meaning and a lot of insights from what is being spoken. Third is our ability to experiment and explore. This is extremely important for us to be able to bring up possible scenarios and possibilities which otherwise lay hidden in plain sight. It is our ability to create new dots and join the new dots in a different way again and again to create new value. And that can only happen if we are willing to experiment, if we are willing to do things outside our comfort zone. And in stretching outside our comfort zone, we discover things about ourselves and about other people and situations because we made the effort. We connected differently. We connected and created a new network, or derived value from the same network but in a different way. We created a new layer in our network of thoughts, of people, and even in value creation process. So experimenting and exploring is extremely important, and there are many ways to do it. Travel, reading, listening to music, watching movies, no matter what you do, playing, exercising, no matter what you do, eating different foods, learning new languages, every aspect of life, there's something new to experiment, there's something new to explore. And that is the joy in living life fully, experimentation and exploring. So keep a wide area of interest, speak to a wide range of people, make friends from different walks of life, people with different professions, different points of view than yours, different cultures, and it really helps. And if you can travel, of course not today because of the pandemic, but when eventually we get to travel, please do make sure that you enjoy the real travel, discovering undiscovered places, and when you travel, actually meeting people and meeting cultures. Focus on that and derive pleasure and insights from that experimentation and exploration. Now, from experimentation and exploration, we can gain a lot of insights. There is a relationship between understanding, over here, we said we have to listen to understand, and if our understanding is deep, if we have a very deep understanding, the deeper our understanding in any particular subject or a person or a situation, the deeper our understanding, the higher is our ability to create value. The deeper our understanding, higher is our ability to create value. Higher because we can generate insights which otherwise was not known to us. For that, you need to have the right understanding, deep knowledge. In order to simplify, you need to have deep knowledge. And with the depth comes insights and wisdom. And when we are able to do all of this, keeping an open mind, seeing clearly, listening to understand, experimenting and exploring, using our deep understanding to generate insights, we are able to drop negativity spontaneously, instantly, because moment you get into a negative thought pattern, you understand that this is coming from something that does not belong to you. This is negative. This is just an imaginary negative thing that's running in my head, a story, and therefore you drop it. You abandon, you do not engage in that thought pattern. And if you're able to drop the negative thought patterns and negativity, you will be able to emerge with the power of possibilities, with a lot of positive thinking and seeing clearly, seeing clearly. This is fundamental for innovations and inventions, to be able to connect the dots differently every time. And while we are engaged in developing our internal power, our innate power of seeing different scenarios and harnessing that power of building possibilities, to overcome challenges, to create new things in life, to innovate, to invent, to build companies, startups, build very productive relationships, engaging with people authentically, truly, deeply, madly. While we do all that, very important to stay grounded, to be humble, to stay humble. And you will see in the world, historically and even today, the greatest of human beings are leaders par excellence because they're humble. They have no qualms speaking to somebody who drives them or some stranger they meet on the street, or to make a boardroom presentation, if you will. They move across in a very versatile manner, and they are giving themselves off in a very humble manner, in an authentic manner, and are able to engage with people. This is fundamental to effective, selfless leadership. One that can transform yourself, but more importantly, transform the world around and have deep impact. Completely change the vibrations in the room when you have a powerful leader with these qualities. Aware. So, we started the session by saying life is a journey. So, if you take the metaphor, life is a train journey, for example, what are the similarities? Number one, life is dynamic. It's changing every single moment. It's changing every single hour, every day, every week, every month, so on and so forth. It's changing, it's dynamic. And like in a train journey, the scenes are changing constantly. And the faster you go, the faster the scenes are changing. There is very little time for you to perceive. The faster the train goes, there is very little time for you to perceive the scenes outside. If the train is going slowly, then you can enjoy the scenes outside the window, the beautiful sceneries that you get when you go on a train journey. And like in a train journey, sometimes in life there are stops. There are stations where the train will stop, it will halt. You have to take a break when it halts. Get off the train for a while, walk around before you can on board again. And some of the stations are extremely pleasant, some not so much. And then when you get back on the train continues to run, and then you notice that if the train needs to change tracks, it's a very gradual shift of tracks. Many a time you do realize that the train is shifting tracks as it's running on the rails. You can hear the change of the running wheels and how the tracks are being changed. And you can also notice that this takes time. If the train is running very fast, then the change of the train from one track to another is also very fast, but then it has to be done very carefully. Otherwise, the train will be derailing. So, life is a train journey, and you can choose at what speed this train needs to go at, and what is the track, on what track you want to run the train. But one thing for sure is that scenes will always keep changing, and therefore it is always going to be dynamic. So instead of trying to control it, keep in mind that you can harness the power in possibilities to find the right balance with the right understanding and the ability to see clearly. This will help you to overcome and let go of negativity, and thereby you will always be successful, and more importantly, you will learn how to enjoy whatever you have, and that joy and happiness will make you immensely successful and also a joy to be with, and you will have meaningful relationships. So that is my session for today. Power in possibilities. Thank you.